What is going on, guys? Xpertfusion here. In this video, I want to talk about what my expectations are for DLC 1 Awakening in Black Ops 3 Zombies for the brand new map, Der Eisendrachen. So, we are not 100% sure if this is going to be the only map in this DLC. There might be a remade map. I'm hoping to Lord that there's another remade map like Kino or Ascension or something. I just hope there's a remade map, but in terms of Der Eisendrachen, what do I want? What am I expecting from this map? What do I think could make this map even better than Shadows of Evil? Because Shadows of Evil is a great map, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of things about it that they didn't do right, in my opinion, and what I believe that Der Eisendrachen could definitely do better. See, I already know the name. I remember my first video I made when I was talking about it, I didn't even know how to say the name, but I already found out how to know it. And I actually have German background, so it just comes on, Der Eisendrachen. It comes on to me. But first of all, they're already going in the right direction. I think the coolness of having a name in a different language is always cool when they do that, and I love when they do that. And the last time they did that was I believe Kino, if I'm wrong. I mean, at least a different language in German's language, because I think Shangri-La might be in another language. But yeah, but that doesn't really matter. But what does matter is the fact that this map, one feature that I think they have to kind of implement to zombies overall that will make zombies a lot better, but this isn't specific to this map, but they can add this into the game, I'm sure they could, is the ability to stop the game, go into multiplayer, shut off your Xbox, go to a different game, do whatever you need, and come back to it later. That's something that I think would be so much, useful for Easter egg solvers and just anybody who likes to get to high rounds, because nobody wants to sit there for 5 hours straight. This is mainly because I've been really busy lately, and I don't have time to play zombies anymore. When I get to high rounds, I'm like, all right, I guess I'm just gonna have to kill myself. And I want the time to get to far rounds. I want to get to round 50 and stuff like that, and derbies and all those maps, but I just don't have the time to do it. So I have to just, when I'm at the high levels, even when I'm in the 30s, it's already long enough. I'm like, I'm just gonna kill myself. So that sucks that happens, and I really would wish for them to make a feature where you can pause it and stuff like that. But that's not really specific to Der Eisendrachen. Der Eisendrachen, of course, is the Snowy Castle map, and one thing that I think they have to do that Shadows of Evil did wrong was definitely make pack-a-punching not as much of a quest. Now, they said in the David Vonderhaar, or someone, it might have been Jason Blundell, said before the game came out about zombies, he said, the game, you can play it just like original zombies. You can, pack-a-punch, perks, get weapons, stuff like that. But if you want to do these side quests, like going for the swords, everything else that's in the game, the Annihilator pistol and the giant, stuff like that, using the gumballs and all that, you don't have to use that. But the only problem I have with that is, he's kind of wrong when he says that, because, yes, Pack-a-Punch should not be as much of a struggle to do than it is, because it is very difficult to do if you're a new player. Not for me. I'm not saying it's difficult for me, but if I didn't watch any YouTube videos on it, it's hard to figure out. Trust me, it'll take a while to figure out, and I know people who don't watch YouTube and play this game, and they just have absolutely no idea how to do it, and they still don't know. And I try to tell them, they just don't know. And I think they should make it a little more clear on how to pack-a-punch, because pack-a-punch should never be an Easter egg. Pack-a-punch is a part of the game. It shouldn't be a quest. It shouldn't be something hard to do. But it's different if it's like a wonder weapon, like an extra wonder weapon. Yeah, make it as hard as you can to get it. I would like having hard quests to go for, but I don't think pack-a-punch should be confusing or not knowing how to do it. I'm okay if it takes a while and it's not the easiest thing to do, but it should be very simple to know how to do it. You should be able to know right off the bat. It should tell you basically, like with signs and stuff like that. I think that's what it should do. But that'd be really useful if they did that. Another thing I want them to do really, really badly is use some other guns that aren't in the multiplayer. Now, that's a problem I have with the Giant and Shadows of Evil. So in Black Ops 2 Zombies, for example, not every gun was a multiplayer gun. Yes, they do have other guns in Black Ops 3, like they had the bootlegger and then the wonder weapons. But besides the wonder weapons, besides the only other gun that they had was the bootlegger, they didn't have any other weapons that was not in the multiplayer. And you might be asking, why do I want that? It just adds diversity. It changes multiplayer and zombies. It makes them different game modes in themselves. And, the multiplayer weapons aren't always the best, to be honest. And it would be nice to use original weapons like guns from World War II, guns from the Vietnam War like the AK-47 or the Galil, stuff like that. Guns from Black Ops 1. Remember Black Ops 2 Zombies? Remember Transit, for example? A lot of the guns, more than half, honestly, I felt like it was more than half of the guns weren't even in multiplayer. We had the Galil, the FAL. You started with the Colt M1911. I don't know why they make you start with a different pistol in this one. I mean, the Bloodhound, that's a different story. But for like the Giant, instead of making you start with the M1911, they make you start with the MR6. And I don't agree with that. I think they should keep it how it was. And especially with the wall weapons too. I mean, the starting room always had the M14 and the Olympia, and I just don't like the fact that they changed it. I'm hoping they change it back. Yes, I know, I do think the RK5 and the Shiva is actually they're a lot better than the Olympia and the M14, but it's just the nostalgia factor that plays into this. It plays a big part into this. It's just like you want that nostalgic feel of zombies, and you're not going to get it when they change it all this much. And I'm not saying Shadows of Evil is a bad map. I actually think it's definitely in my top 5 favorite. It's just there's a lot of things they could have done to make it better. So that's what I'm hoping Eisendrachen does. And another thing, I think my biggest my biggest worry about Shadows of Evil was the boss zombies. But actually, the boss zombies are one of my favorite parts about the whole map. I love the boss zombies. I think they're cool. I think they're scary. I don't think they're overpowered in any way, shape, or form. And I'm hoping that this map, they have ways to get like free perks from the special zombies. Now, they did this in Die Rise, where you knife only on the round where the jumping jack thingies come. If you knife only, you get a free perk. I want them to do more stuff like that. I think that was really, really cool, and I hope they do that with whatever wonder weapon we can get in the in Der Eisendrachen. I think that'd be really, really cool. And what else do I want? Okay, now in terms of storyline, that's the last thing I want to talk about, what I'm expecting. Now, I don't have any idea what the characters are going to be. I have no idea. You know, it could be anything. It could be the 4 original characters. It could be Black Ops 2 characters. It could be, I don't think it's going to be Shadows of Evil characters. I think they're done. But, or it could be a new cast of characters. I'm really confused as to what it's going to be. My best get is probably the original 4 characters, maybe the ones from the Giant, or like the old possibly. They might do that. I don't know. But, yeah, I'm just really excited for this map, mainly because it is a snowy map, and I really, really love snowy maps. I mean, all the snowy maps so far have been amazing. We've had, Duries was a little snowy. I mean, the Giant, they made it actually snowing, like full-on snowing, but, which is a good map, of course. Call of the Dead, a great map, it's a snow map. Origins, great map, and it's a snow map, so I'm definitely betting this map is going to be great, and I'm very excited for it. Another thing I want to just, point out there is, I hope there's a lot of wonder weapons. Now, I love Shadows of Evil. They had the wonder weapon, and then they had the swords. That's a cool thing. Give us 2 different wonder weapons. But to make it even better, give us so much that our games will be different every time you play. That's a big problem I have with Shadows of Evil as well. Is I feel like it's too repetitive. I feel like I'm doing the same thing every time. I'm setting up the same way. You go for Pack Punch, you get the swords, and then just train in like the canals or the waterfront. It's the same thing every time. I usually get the same guns because the wall weapons I usually get, and then I wait for the hives to be done so I can get a haymaker out of the purple hives, and it's just the same thing. And I hope they change it up so there's different methods you can choose instead of just one direct method. And that's what some maps like Origins did really great, is that every game was different. That's why Origins, in my opinion, is one of the best maps ever. No, my favorite map ever, because it's always different every time you play. You never do the same thing, and there's so many different quests and stuff in Origins. That's why Origins is just a definition of an amazing map, and I'm hoping that Eisendrachen takes the spot for my favorite map. I don't know if it will, but it might. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys on my next one. Peace out.